Hey folks, Foggy here. Welcome to day 267 of my year of solo board gaming. Considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. So we are in the last 100 games, and we're gonna take our stab here at On Tour again. I'm not gonna bother explaining the rules too much. I'm gonna do a quick shuffle. I'm probably do 2 rounds of the European side as well. Let's see how quickly we get through this. As always, we roll the dice. We got 03 and 30. 03 is going to go in Illinois. Great starting place, I gotta say. That's going to be slight sarcasm there. All right, and 30 is going to be in Kentucky. All right, and then we go ahead and put these aside. I'm just realizing now that you can't really see the cities as I'm doing them. So let's push that up a little bit. Let's roll the dice again. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Okay, all right, well, 3 is going to go in Alabama. And 30 is going to go in Texas. This is shaping up to be fun. Let me figure out my strategy here for a moment. So these cities don't come back. We're now going to basically do 3 of these cards and roll the dice. So the 30s can't be really connected that easily. I think the shortest path between them are Tennessee and Arkansas, and the 2 3s similarly have to go through Missouri and Tennessee. So I think what I have to do is I just have to sort of disregard one of them, and I think that one's going to be Illinois. I think I have to disregard this and just worry about coming back up this way, going through here, coming down to the 30s, and then trying to just keep my high numbers over on this side for some sort of good path. But oh my lord, that is just bad. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's roll these dice again and see if we can't get something other than 3 and 30. All right, 65 and 56, and our cards are going to be Georgia, Iowa, and Michigan, specifically North, Central, and South. So I've got a pretty good wide selection of things to go with here. I think I'm probably going to be best off. Kind of a crapshoot here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 56 here in Iowa, since I get to circle that then. But I'm going to do 65 anywhere I want in the north. And I think what I'll do is I'll go Wyoming. Kind of give myself a little bit of breathing room there between the 56 and 65. You're probably already screaming, no, that's a stupid move, dude. All right. Oh, no, gotta roll first here. All right, 50. What? Apparently I'm in a repeat loop. All right, so Louisiana, Oregon, and Arizona. So I think, and it's the same central, north, and south thing. So I can do one here, one here. Honestly, I think my best option is to do 56 here and 65 here. Because you can always connect cities that are the same number. So this is automatically going to work. And what this might do is help give me some flexibility in how I get from 30 to here, and then from 56 to here, and then 65 to the rest of the map. But I would very much like it if these next 2 rolls were not identical. Maybe I'm just not shaking my hand enough. 04 and 40. All right. We got Nevada, Virginia, and South Carolina. So looking at where I can do 4, 4's not great, unfortunately, with either of these because I want to try to get this 3 to connect to it. I do have 2 east and 1 south, so no matter what, I could do something else over here. I think my best option is to put 4 in Florida, since those numbers are pretty much consecutive. And then that's going to help because then I can just do a larger number here in Georgia. And again, my goal is to sort of do all the 10s and 20s in this area, sort of come out here and try to keep 30s and 40s up to here, and then all the 70s and 80s over here. Given that, where am I going to put the 40? And it's going to have to be in the south somewhere. I can go anywhere in the south. It doesn't have to be Nevada. I don't think it can be Nevada. I don't think that would be a very good idea. I could certainly make it work. I could just simply after coming back around this way, just keep down here. But I think trying to get from 30 to 40, that's crazy talk. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Arkansas as a 40. And I think that should work. All right, let's put those aside. And now here we go. Time to get 4 and 0. All right, 39 and 93. I can actually deal with those. Those are good. We got north, south, and west. All right, so now Oklahoma for 39 would be perfect if it weren't for the fact that I feel like I have to come the other way around. I don't know if that's entirely going to work, which is unfortunate. I think, you know what? I'm going to try to make it work. I'm going to try to... No, because that cuts me off. That completely cuts me off. That is a stupid idea. Bad Foggy. Bad Foggy for cutting yourself off. All right, so 39, I think, is going to have to go... Right now I got north and south, so I can play anywhere on the board. I think I'm going to go to Louisiana using the south, and now I've got the north and the west anywhere I want to go. 93, I did want to try to go as kind of high as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have any states. The west is Wyoming, which I've already claimed. Let's go 93 up in, I think, Washington. It's such a high number that I think Washington will be a good place to sort of stick that. Let's put those away. All right, 55, which means we get to put a star somewhere. Hoorah! There's our west, there's our east, there's our Florida. So let's go ahead. It's got to be anywhere in the east or west, and that's pretty much most of the country. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go east, and I think I'm going to go North Carolina. I'm going to go ahead and do this as the star, and I think that's going to help me, give me some flexibility, trying to add in some of these states here. So I'm hoping that's going to work. All right, 46 and 64, both of which are relatively known numbers. Ideally, I'd like to get Colorado. Colorado, I think, would be great. All right, we got one for each region of the country. So I think this will probably be west and central. Unfortunately, none of these states are states I want to use. It's South Dakota, California, and Mississippi. 46, I kind of want to get up in this area. Thinking about how I'm going to come through 30 down to here, over here. I like the idea that 46 can just sort of go in here somewhere, but I'm not beholden to go with any specific order here, because these are all sort of weirdly connected. Like 40 can go to, I think the only one I can't really go to is Kansas, but if I were to go 46 here and I get a 42 or 43, I can go here to Missouri. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do Oklahoma with 46, and then 64 I need to do in the west now. I think I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go with, where's a good place to go? So if I connect this way, the problem is I don't know which side I'm going to be coming out on the 56, but I'm going to hope to come out on this side going around, which means I think 64 in Montana makes the most sense. And then that still gives me the flexibility of whichever way I want to connect to the 65s, but most likely that would be this direction, because I want to then open up into the west. If that makes any sense. So that's a central and a west. Okay. And it's 11. So, all right, we got another double here. Idaho, Wisconsin, and Colorado. We got west, central, and south. I feel like might not be a bad idea to go ahead and use this in Georgia. I feel like that's not the worst place in the world to use it. You know, I'm going to go Colorado. I'm going to go, it's one of my states. It gives me a little thing I can circle. And what this does is it allows me to either come through here from the 65 down, or I can come up here through the 46 into the 50s. So I think that gives me a little bit more flexibility. All right, next roll. 99. It's going to be another star. All right, Kansas. Montana, Tennessee. I think I'm going here for Tennessee so that I keep that open coming from 30 down to 39. In case I don't get another 30, I can still cut across to 40 and keep that intact. So I think that is probably my best move there. Getting lucky with a number of doubles here. I've got 3 doubles so far. 4 doubles. That's 88. And we got Arkansas, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. I think here I'm going to go Pennsylvania just because that gives me a lot of flexibility in that region. It's such a hard part of the country to really get good paths in. You know, for example, New England almost never is part of my path because it's got one connection, I think, to New York, and that's it. So it's just kind of a useless part. But if I'm coming from down here, I can now go up here, and that gives me more options. 78. All right, our luck is with doubles has run out because otherwise we would have gone into jail. Sorry, different game there. All right. Unfortunately, these are not helpful at all. We're going to have north and south. We have Ohio as a possibility, which has already been claimed. Missouri as a possibility. North Carolina. No, I'm sorry. Maryland, D.C., which is abbreviated MC here, mid-coastal. Strangely enough. But north, south, east. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to stay over here. We're going to do one north, one south. And I think the 87... Such a crapshoot. We're going to go 78 in Nevada. And I think we're going to go 87 in Oregon. And the idea here is that I can then either go up to Idaho over here, or I can go this way. So there's still some flexibility there. And that 78, if I have to make a connection through Utah, I can. But if I want to dip down a little bit, I can as well. All right, what's next? 57.75, okay. So we got Nebraska, Utah, and New Mexico. So I think this is a very easy decision for the 75. It's going to go right there in Utah. The other one, I think I'm going to have to use the West card on, 57. And I'm just simply going to pick Wisconsin. I don't think there's a way to really pick up Michigan anymore. But this should be good. I do still need something between 57 and 65 to go in Minnesota if I want to make that connection. Otherwise, I'm going to have to leave it. I can go 56 to 65, but I think that'll work. And it's another double. All right. It was another double, and then I screwed it up by fondling it. I think this is an easy decision as well. Or at least it was an easy decision. All of these are really good states to put stars in. First of all, if I go Minnesota, that's going to give me an automatic, just that's going to help close out. Same with North Dakota. I think going from here to North Dakota, that's going to connect to 64. That's going to allow me to go 65. Like that's just looking great. Indiana actually is helpful as well because then I can pick up Indiana and come down here to Tennessee, down through this way. I think that's Tennessee. I don't know if that's Tennessee or Kentucky. But it does give me one extra state to include. Might even allow me to pick up Michigan. So I think I'm going to go with Indiana. It's a controversial decision. I expect to hear some scandal about that. But again, I'm getting really lucky with the stars. We've got 5 stars so far. That is not exactly heard of. So I'm going to roll the dice here. 31 and 13. And then we've got, it's our good friend New England up in the east. That 31, I think, is pretty easily going to go in Michigan. Sorry, not Michigan, Mississippi. I know where Michigan is in the country. Don't at me. Don't at me. I know my geography. The 13, I kind of need to have that, I think, relatively close to North Carolina, so I'm going to need another east card. But the 31 I want in Mississippi. So I need one more east or one more south. Let's hope we get it. North, okay, that'll work, I think. And then central, that will not work. Okay. So, 31, we're definitely going to do in Mississippi. That is going to end up using up our east. So the other one we have to do in the north, and I'm going to go to mid-coastal. I think that is my best shot at keeping that relevant. It does mean that we have a tight turn here from 4 up to 13. And we've not been getting low numbers, so that is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. All right, let's roll the dice. We got a 16 and 61. All right, so west, south, and north. All right, so the north side of this, Nebraska, I'm going to put this at actually do New York, and we're going to put 16 here. This is going to allow me to come up, hit down here, and then hopefully be able to include this as part of the map. It's not looking great, but it's doable. But that uses north, and the problem here is that 61, I don't think I can use this anywhere that I've currently got. So I did talk before about where am I going to go with this? This hurts. Because really I need the 61 to be up here, and there's nothing here. The only thing that really allows 61 to be up here is the north, and I've already used that. I think I have to burn a place, and I'm gonna burn it in New Mexico. That's unfortunate. Okay. It's the first number I feel like I've not been able to. I feel like that I put in knowing that I can't really use it. All right, 90. Oh, for Pete's sakes, 98. All right, well, Oregon, Central, and East. All right, so I think the first one I'm going to do is 89, and we're going to go to Idaho. That's going to use north. The other one is 98. I can't do anything with that. Hello, New England. That's our second burn. So things are not looking good. Things were looking great. Things were looking really good. I'm just going to go ahead and mark this as part of our path, because that is looking like that's going to be solid. 84 and 48. We got south, west, and east. So the 48, I kind of need to have it be in here. So that'll be the south one, and then 84 will be west. Unfortunately, neither of these are states that I can then fill in. We're not going to worry about this east card. 84, I think there's a very obvious choice here of California. I could go Arizona, which is a state I have here, and then drop down from Arizona up. But I think the turn there is so tight that I don't want to risk losing this connection from 87 to, like, it's a gamble, and I don't think it's worth taking. So right now we can definitely draw this path in here to between California and Oregon, and then hopefully Arizona I'll get some number. But right now my flexibility is that this number could be between 75 and 78, or 78 and 84. So it's really anything between these, and I think that's the huge plus there. As far as 48 goes, we're going to use the southern one for this, and that's the thing. Like, if I did this for the 80, like, I'd have to do 84 for this, and then 48 would have to use one of these. So that's not going to work at all. It's weird. I'm using the south, but not for Arizona. I'm using the west for Arizona and the south for one of these two. And I think what I want to do, it doesn't really matter. It really does not matter. I think both of these are pretty interchangeable. We can go 40, 48, 46, 48. And then if I do get a number between 46 and 48, I'll put it there. And if I get a number between 48 and 56, I'll put it there. Either way, we're ending our path here from the 40s and going up this way. If I did 48 here, I could put a number between 40 and 48 here, or 48. I think that's actually better, because if I do the 48 here, then it's any number between 40 and 48, I think. Does that work? Yeah. So we're going to go Kansas there. And then we need another 40 to fill that out, but even if we don't get it, we should be able to make that connection. Like right now we can go 40, 46, 48, 56, and if we have to burn a number, Missouri is it. 38. Okay, well, that's kind of sucks. Central, East, and East. And unfortunately, the place where we need the 83 is Arizona, and that's not any of these cards. Oy. All right, so let's figure. This is going to have to be, I think, where we start burning even more. And part of the problem is that I need to burn something in the east, and it's all very tight up in the east. So 38, I think, is going to have to be Ohio, just to keep this available for me to use. I have to get something into Georgia soon, otherwise I lose this connection. And then the other number is going to be 83, and I'm going to have to put it somewhere in Central, and I think that's going to have to be... Does it have to be North Dakota? If it's North Dakota, I lose... Oh yeah, it's gonna be Michigan. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. It's gonna be Michigan. Sorry, Michigan. But yeah, now we're getting to the point where bad rolls and rolls that just don't fit, or cards that don't fit. 81 and 18. We got a west, we got a north, and we got a south. This is good. This is good. So 81 is definitely going to go in Arizona. That's going to be our west card. And now we've got a really solid ending to our path here. Look at that. That's just beautiful. We can go ahead and either connect through here. We could connect right up here if we want to keep this open. It doesn't really matter. Both of those are available to us. The 18, I kind of need this to come down through here. And I think West Virginia is my only real choice there. So that's going to be 18 for West Virginia. That'll connect there, 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 there. So that's all solid. Now the problem is that I still need some way to connect these. And now I'm really running out of options. I'm really going to get screwed here, I think, because I need something to connect here to here, and it's just not looking good. But that is 18. Let's go ahead and roll again. 44, we can do a star anywhere we want. We know exactly where we're doing that star. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Hello, Georgia. We're not going to get a circle there, but you are definitely going in. So now here, if worst comes to worst, and I can't get these filled in with numbers I need, which might be really too tight, I can go here to here, and I block off this area, which is really unfortunate, but it does give me a chance to pick up the rest of the path. So thank you, doubles. 94 and 49, neither of which are really that helpful. East, south, and central. So 49, I think, is a pretty easy choice. We're going to go here to Missouri, and then we can start to finish in the path here. We know that we're going to follow this path all the way up, and look at how beautiful that is. I mean, that's just a beautiful path. The problem is that now we've got this 94 that's just sitting there. We can't go anywhere in the west. The west is full. And if I use either of these, I think I lose a huge chunk connection there, and I don't want to lose it yet. What's funny is I think I'll probably end up, like, if I have to burn one of these two, it should be South Carolina first, because I can still go here to here to here much more easily and then pick up this entire area. So I think where I have to burn the 94 is up here in North Dakota. All right, we're down to 3 cities. So we'll have one more roll, and unless it's no matter what, like, we're gonna do one more roll, but then we don't draw. Like, we're gonna have one roll where we draw cards, one roll where we don't. So 80 and 8, Mississippi, North Dakota, West Virginia. This is good. This is good. Now the question is, do I do the 8 here? Do I do the 8 here? And if I do the 8 here, this allows me to connect here to here to here. It still leaves this open, but it's going to be really difficult, just unbelievably difficult, because we can't pick up this city as well. So I think I've got to go with Virginia as the 8. Even though it would make more sense to put it down here because there's more room, I think I got to go here. And then hopefully I'll get a star or a 5 or 6, but I think our whole down here portion, I think that's lost, unfortunately. But this 8 here allows us to save this good sized portion of the tour. That uses our east. And then the other one has to go somewhere in the north. That's going to be 80. That's going to have to go up here to Minnesota. So we do lose this 57. It's not the worst thing in the world. We will tighten that from 56 to 65. And then we do have 65 down here, and then over here to 75. So that'll all be part of the path. All right, and then at this point we no longer draw cards. We have one spot left, and we're just simply going to put in whatever number comes up here. We'll get one of two numbers, and it's 19. So unfortunately, it does not do the trick for us. I don't think it really matters whether we do 19 or 91, but that is unfortunately not going to work for us. We really needed a double there or something with a 0, but you know, that's the way it goes. So how did we do on our tour? So we do not get to keep these, unfortunately. We're going to start here, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So 31, one less than our score the last time that we played the US side of it. Still, I think a pretty good score. And again, I have no idea what is a good score in this game. I really don't. I think the highest possible score you can get, it's 2 times however many cities there are. I mean, it's literally, you just put stars everywhere. Like, that's it. Like, you just have stars in every single spot, and they're all the cities that you actually targeted. So you get to circle them, and that's it. But I think that's the theoretical maximum. Is 31 a good score? What is your high score in On Tour? Have you played this game? Do you like this game? Do you not like this game? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and join me tomorrow where we start going to Europe.